If you can hear something in the background, I thought I'd tie with some mellow tunes. This is a guy from Brazil, a guy called Funky Chef, and he plays really old school sort of reggae and soul, rock steady. So hopefully my phone doesn't ring because this is through a speaker. Right, bomb-proof Adams, utterly bomb-proof Adams. It's been a while in the making. I've fannied about with this, that and the next thing to try and get it right. However, I'm happy with it now, and hence I'm going to share it. I think the American boys are going to love this because it is pretty much bomb-proof. I'm just checking. Do you think I can get away with that? There's a lot of tying. Right, just make sure my light's not too much in my face. So I'm going to start off dry fly, standard dry, partridge. I think it's an SLD2. Yeah, SLD2. And I've got this on a big hook. You can tie it. The good thing with this is, with your traditional Adams and you've got the grizzle tips, it gets fiddly and fiddly when you're tying smaller and smaller sizes. However, this size, this way tying it with the tips, you can get right down really small. So, let's go. There's a lot of components to this, So if you bear with me, everything will become clear. So this is a grey closed cell foam, really sharp craft knife, and I've got a little table here. I'm looking for 1/8 of an inch. So if I show you, there's my 1/8 of an inch. So this has got to be my foam back. Like I say, this thing's bomb-proof. I've got all my feathers at the right sizes, so I didn't need to muck about with capes, etc. So let's batter on and tie it. Black tying thread. Get a bit of tying thread on there. This is UTC. It's a bit slippy for dries, but it'll work. You're better off when you're tying dries like this. A better thread is uni. It's got a bit of wax on it. It's not slippy. Anyway, done. Grey Antron. You can use, oh my god, what's it called? Chemco stuff. Aero Dry Wing. I prefer this stuff. So I'm just going to take a length off the card and I'm going to double it. Turn that down a little bit. So, double it, come up and under. So where a thorax would start, really, is where you want to be. So your thorax, you see your thorax started there, so you get a good bed of tying thread there. Lift and spin, and come round like you're building a clink or a parachute. So I'm just coming around here. You can use gallows, tools, etc. I didn't bother. And then once I've got my post, I'll support in the front and support at the back. There you go. You can see that. Whatever way I move that, it wants to go back up into its position. What I will do is create an edge so everything's the same. Okay, now down the body, just anywhere in here, because I'm going to tidy all this up. So I've got, here's my 2 feathers. What did I say about having feathers ready? So I've got a game cock, game grizzle. You put the grizzle on top of the cock, hackle, top of the cock hackle, and then splay your fibres like so, and you want to grab in one go the feathers that you want for the tail, which I've got there, so it's a mix. if you like, a mix of grizzle. And what I'll do is I'll come in and straighten this. I know exactly what I want for the tail length. It's about the same as the body. So you can see that I've got a mix of the fibres there. I didn't want to start going round the bend, but I do want just ever so slightly, like so. I've got a little bit on my thumbnail there that was catching, so trim the thumbnail. That's the better option. So that's us got the basis. The next thing is, in with my tapered closed cell foam. So come in behind your post with a pinch and loop. Then what I want to do is take it under tension. Come up. Don't worry about the gaps and the bumps. What I don't want to do is make the tail bend. I don't want the tail to bend round the hook, so I want to keep that straight. So now that everything's in place, straight hackle there. I bind it down, nice and tight. Happy. So this is this thread's called camel, and this is going to be my rib up and over the foam for the segmented look. So we just got to catch that in, park it so it's out of the way. In with your scissors. So what I'm looking for is that you can see the segmented shape on that one there. Okay, this stuff, which is like a weird mix of grey, purple, green, but it's the ideal colour for an Adams. The original Adams was muskrat. This is like the same colour grey, and I find it better than fur because it's mohair, it's still got oil inherent in it, so it tends to float. So I'm just going to dub that on loosely just now, and then what I'll do is I'll tighten up. Check it out. Let's tighten it up. I'll pull some of this off. So coming round, I want to catch it. Once it's caught, I'll spin. You can see that, what I'm saying about the body. Just grey. Absolutely perfect, this stuff. Make sure you're covering everything. Stephen. And then pull the rest of that off now. That's the end. Anything else that's on the thread, just got to pull that off. And one of the good things with mohair is it's really long fibre, so it's a painted dub, but once it's dubbed on, it's pretty much immovable. So a couple of securing wraps in here, and I'll stick in whip finish when I can see my whip finishing tool. Honest to God, Stephen. Can it be that hard? Surely not. I did have a whip finishing tool, I probably dropped it on the floor. Use this one. Just whip finish there. Ooh, that one's got a little bit of varnish on it. So we've got to bring our foam up. Again, you'll notice that I haven't pushed that tail down, that's key. So in, pinch and loop, bed it in tight. A couple more wraps just to bed it in tight. And then in with your scissors, as close as you dare. If this post wants to go forward, just come in, support with wraps in front, but it should be okay. So now what we're going to do is we've got to come round, and I might have to tilt the fly here, but I'm going to come round and rib. Probably about 4 or 5 times. There's 3, 4, on my 5th. Got to secure. Fiddly, worth it. That's him. Again, some supporting wraps in the front. Yeah, perfect. So I've got two feather fibres here. Now this is really important, so you want them the same length. Grizzle goes in first. Secure him just behind the hackle. Keep the stem on, and then your game hackle. Again, secure, and then come in front. Give yourself a little bit of space at the front of the eye there. Tidy up. I want to give myself space to tie off, you see. Anything where there's a bump where the stem is, smooth it off. I need to find this. Ah, here we go. Quick finishing tool. Smooth one. Okay, next edge. So what we've got to do now is we've got a tiny little bit of mohair, not a lot at all, up and down. One there, tiny touch more, cover that side. And then up through your thread, stopping at your finishing off point. Now we can cut this now, or you can cut it after. I prefer to cut it now. So what I'm looking at for a body length to go with the hackle is, you come in, so where this is here, so you can see it at the end of the body, I'm going to come up at 45 degrees and cut it at 45 degrees. So you've got that little spray there. If anybody's ever seen a Camembert, you'll know what I'm on about. So I've not got my hackle pliers, I'm going to do 2, 3 actually. And then right up at the post, 2, 3, 4. Give yourself some space at the front. Now the whole point of this is a big bushy fly, very much like the Adams, but this one's pretty much unsinkable. So that's us got our cock hackle in. I'm just going to tidy this a little bit, and I'll bring my grizzle hackle further up, just to tidy up over that black thread. Because the grizzle hackle, being a genetic's a bit longer. So we've got to come up. 1, 2. So there's 3 behind. Pulling the hackle back, pulling the post back, I'll get more in front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably get another one in there. 5. Like I say, it's a big fly, but it's practically unsinkable. And unlike with the hackle tips, because this has got antron, a couple of shakes, a couple of penguin elastic band, or indeed some floating, and it's good to go. So pull everything back, out the way, tidy up the head section. There's a lot of hackle there, so there's a bit of tidying up to do. You always got to get 1 or 2 stray fibres. I'm going to titivate the fly shortly, so I'm just going to finish off. There's always 1 feather fibre. In with your whip finishing tool, whip finish. And that is your bomb-proof Shipmans. Shipmans? Christ, that's not Shipmans, 10 times the size. Adams. So any fibres that are in the way facing back, just get rid of them with your scissors. Yeah, that's looking good. I've just got a tiny, tiny spot of super glue on that side. Be careful not obviously to get in the hackle. There he is. That's your bomb-proof. A lot of effort, but I think worth it. That's your bomb-proof Adams. The last thing I'll do is just come up, separate some of the fibres. Anything that's a bit too long, just come in, trim them. But yeah, that's literally floating all day long. You can hang an info for that as well. So I really hope you enjoyed that, folks. That is your bomb-proof Adams. Just such a good fly, a really good fly. Use it in an olive hatch, any baits hatch. It'll actually work in these big sizes for mayfly. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. And the background music, sounding a bit 70s Blue Movie-esque now, unfortunately. But yeah, there you go. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.